Serena's triumphs. Serena won 7 of her 23 Grand Slam singles titles at Wimbledon and 6 of her 14 doubles titles with Venus on the same court. Serena's 23 Grand Slam singles titles is one shy of the all-time record held by Margaret Court. As a wildcard entry, Serena will likely face one of the top seeds in the tournament in her first-round singles matchup. Wimbledon kicks off June 29th. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's do this.
We're heading into one of the most important election seasons in a generation. And with so much on the line, your health care, your economy, your neighborhood, you deserve more than sound bites. You deserve the full story. KBLA Talk 1580 is your trusted voice for political coverage, commentary, and conversation. From local races to national headlines, we bring you the insight and perspective you need to make sense of it all and make your voice heard. Between now and November, a lot will happen, a lot will change, but one thing won't. KBLA Talk 1580 will be right here, keeping you informed, keeping you engaged, and keeping it real. KBLA Talk 1580, the place for politics.
In a world full of noise, one station keeps it real. KBLA Talk 1580, where the conversation goes deeper, the voices sound like yours, and the issues that matter most to our community take center stage. Progressive, powerful, unapologetically us. Whether you're driving through the city or tuning in from your home or office, join the public square. KBLA Talk 1580, your home for talk that enlightens, encourages, and empowers. Listen live on our free KBLA 1580 app, on our website at KBLA1580.com, or on your radio dial at 1580 AM.
Unapologetically progressive.
Take me back to LA. Take me back to LA. Take me back to LA. I've laughed and I've cried, I've lived and I've died, stole from, gambled and cheated, cut corners outside. I've tried and I failed, stood tall when they run. I fought a cold war in the dead of the hot sun. Now take me back to LA. Time that I left, painted, flooded the wells of your eyes. You said you'd never forgive me if I didn't make it back. But now I'm coming home for some good loving. I've learned, I've taught, I've gained, I've lost. Made do with what I'm made of. Found out, of course, learn who I can trust, learn that it's just us. I'm learning of mine, even when it ain't much. Now take me back to LA.
KBLA Talk 1580. The brilliant women in the studio this morning have me chuckling, and I am so pleased. My council member is in the studio. I always say you're mine like you're my personal council member, but it's because I live in the 10th, and I'm so excited that we have such a great representative. You know, we've been really blessed. She's a lifetime resident, you know, a Leimert Park native. Yes, there is such a thing. Right. A mama, and was the first, you know, statewide Senate representative under a then Senator Kamala Harris, but now she is our representative for the 10th District, Heather Hutt.
Good morning.
Wonderful to see you, council member.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Same, blessed.
Yeah.
Busy and blessed. That's a new thing.
I see you everywhere. You thank you for coming to our Juneteenth celebration.
It was so nice. 5 years, KBLA.
Can you believe it's been 5 years?
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you for helping keep us afloat for 5 years with your support. And
it's been a pleasure.
understanding.
The topics, the conversations, letting our folks know the real is super important. This is the only 24-hour Black talk station in the nation, right?
They may have one in Chicago. We're the only one west of the Mississippi.
I'll
I know
take
that.
that.
Yeah, we're
Right
the only one.
here.
We're the only
Crenshaw.
one. Yeah, period. 24-hour, 2-hour. We're the only one, which is crazy when you think about thousands of talk stations with this sort of right-wing agenda. Woo! Anyway. Another conversation for another day. I'm also excited to have the executive director for LA84. She is an accomplished civic and private sector trailblazer, more than 20 years diversified experience, leadership service. She was a senior vice president and chief of staff to the publisher of the LA Times. She's worked with the Dodgers. She's done a lot of things, but we were talking off the air. The LA84 Foundation, to me, is one of the best kept secrets, which is crazy because the footprint, once you notice it, is super big. Renata SImril, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yeah,
like to say we're just humble servants trying to do good while we have the platform.
I mean, come on now. Come on now. Well, thank you for taking that approach, but at the same time, it amazes me, and I put myself in this category too for years. I drove past the LA84 Foundation on Adams. I was like, oh, it's a library. It's a something. It's some kind of institute.
It's that too.
It's in South LA, and it's a huge community resource, and most of us don't even know what it is.
Yeah, the investment dollars that we've put into the Southern California economy, but most importantly into those communities that are on the margins, right? Giving kids and families low and free cost access to sport, play, and movement. And not for kids to become professional athletes or Olympic athletes. If they do that, that's great. But it's really helping the ordinary kid build a pathway to a better life. That's the legacy that I inherited and have been growing that through our work with the Play Equity Fund. And, the events that we're doing, this big play day that's coming up this Saturday, the 27th.
Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure. That's exciting. I just want people to have a basic understanding. And, if you listen to the show, you probably do anyway. We run a PSA for you guys.
Thank you.
But I just think that we focus so much on what we don't have. And I know you've heard me, council member. I am so tired of people talking about how LA sucks and it's so terrible and it's going to hell on a handbag. I love my city. I think it's great. I'm not moving. If y'all don't like it, go.
Don't want
That's right.
Don't want to leave. And when I go elsewhere, I can't wait to get out.
Same.
Right.
It's like we have everything here. The best people, the best food, the best weather.
Yes.
Like, come on. I want to go home.
We got beaches and mountains and desert and
I like to say we have the right set of
forest.
balances.
Yeah.
We have the right set of balances.
And so I think LA84 Foundation is an example of let's look at what we do have.
Yeah.
And it came about because the people that managed the 1984 Olympics actually managed to make a profit, which had never happened before. Has it happened since?
Well, it actually did happen in 1932. The first
1932.
time.
That time.
A profit of $1 million. Uh-huh. So we just have a way of doing these major sporting events, the Olympics, in a good way. But for 84, it was the most successful financial legacy of any Olympic Games. $232.5 million was left as a surplus, and 40% of that surplus came to start the foundation. And since that time, we've served something like 4 million young people. We've trained nearly 200,000 coaches, 2,500 organizations, grassroots, community-based organizations. As I said, helping kids play for the opportunity for them to become life ready through sports. And so it's just an incredible legacy that still continues to invest in people and invest in this great city that we know to be Los Angeles.
Right. So it becomes an endowment.
Yeah.
So then it just doesn't get used up and go away. It continues to be able to recycle this money, if you will.
A gift that keeps on giving.
Exactly. Literally keeps on giving.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then we had the audacity to not just inherit a legacy, but to grow a legacy. And so we started a charitable arm, the Play Equity Fund, about 8 years ago. And in that, I'd say 7, 8 years, we've raised another $30 million that comes into the Play Equity Fund and goes right back out to support our coalition of grassroots community-based organizations and trying to drive the system change to make sure we're leveling the playing field so all kids can play.
I love to tell those stories because to me they're things we can brag about LA. Here's another one, not to talk about anybody's pools, anybody's reflecting pools or anything, but there's a pool, there's an incredible pool on King Boulevard that a lot of people don't know about, right around, the district that people don't know about. And that was a result of the 84 Olympics, right?
We're talking about it, the Michelle and Barack Obama Sports
Let's
Complex,
talk about that, yes.
The Celeste King Pool. What's exciting about that is that one day a week, the synchronized swimming team for the LA88 Olympics practice there.
Oh, I did not know that.
Isn't that incredible?
That's awesome.
Yes.
And so I was taking someone on a tour. I said, sometimes we can come through and see the team. And certainly they were right there. And the coach wears the pendant that has the circles on it. It's pretty exciting. And they're pointing their toes underwater and all the things.
And synchronized swimming first debuted in the 1984 Summer Olympic Games.
I did not know that.
Really?
Yeah.
You would have thought it was sooner because it's in all those movies.
Yeah, it seems like it has 20s vibes about it.
Right. Well, it did in the movies, but
yeah.
It was a first debuted in the 1984 Olympic Games. One of 7 female disciplines.
Wow.
That's pretty exciting. Yes, so they're right there on King.
Yeah, but I think you were talking about the John Argue
and
LA84 swim
and
stadium.
that pool too,
Oh,
right?
that.
Which is
and
crazy because people
CD9.
don't know about that. Yeah, that's CD9. It's so crazy. We've talked about this before. When I moved to LA, I was in CD8, and now I'm in CD10, but I'm in the same house. So sometimes I get confused. I ain't moved. They say the border crossed me. But
Right.
anyway, yeah.
Right.
But I think that's an example of the legacy of the Olympics as well, that people don't understand that it's even there. But you can go there. Like the public can actually go there.
Absolutely. It's one of the most used swim facilities, all of Southern California. And I know with the pool at the Michelle and Barack Obama facility, it's so important because, many of our young kids are drowning. The drowning death is like the most, the highest rate of death in Black and brown communities. And so the opportunity to learn to swim and have access to a pool year-round is really important. So
that's part of the legacy of racism. We know that well. We weren't allowed to swim, so our parents didn't learn how to swim.
That's right.
Yeah. First thing I did was make my kid learn how to swim.
Same.
Me too.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
And it's important to have access. That's what our public pools offer.
But the Michelle and Barack Obama Center has become just a hub for everything.
It's our country club, right?
I like the way that sounds. That is.
In our community.
The Community Country Club.
It is. It really is. Herb Wesson did an amazing job making the investment. We have so many wonderful things that you can do there. So we're excited about what it offers. And a lot of people use it. The Spring Fling is there. And we just, South LA Pride is there. We do a lot of different things there.
Yeah, we use our resources. They don't sit around. Well, you guys are teaming up together.
Again.
And we're going to talk about that when we come forward. You're invited, by the way, KBLA delegation. So get a pen, get a paper, get your calendar ready, get your phone out. We got plans for you. That's next on KBLA Talk 1580.
Where the overlooked become unmissable. This is KBLA Talk 1580.
Wishing happy birthday to KBLA. 5 years old, yeah, with more that's coming your way. Congratulations, come on y'all, let's celebrate. Happy birthday to KBLA. Look, 5 years deep and we still going up. Built it from the ground, never real, no one else. Real talk on the air, then the truth get heard. Every day the proof getting served. He had a vision and he stayed with the plan. Now they tapped in from the beach to the land. Never back down, 7 days of the week, still going up now. We 5 years deep. Push wishing happy birthday to KBLA. Tabby smiling, you did it with 5 years today. Congratulations, come on y'all, let's celebrate. Happy, happy birthday to KBLA.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Angela was. She called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $80,000. Felicia was having health problems, got behind on her taxes, interest and penalties were adding up. She called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $15,000. Civic Tax Relief is a professional tax negotiation firm that can protect you from the IRS. If you're getting collection letters, call Civic Tax Relief for a free consultation. They will go to work helping you discover all the relief programs you may qualify for free. James owed the IRS $37,000. Civic Tax Relief represented him against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, he did not owe the IRS anything. If you are in trouble with the IRS, call Civic Tax Relief for your free consultation now. 800-200-2257. 800-200-2257. Get a free consultation and real tax relief. Call 800-200-2257. 800-200-2257.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
When disasters hit and cell networks fail, Rapid Radios keeps you connected. Instant push-to-talk with coast-to-coast range. No contracts, no monthly bills. Trusted by law enforcement, government agencies, and over 500,000 users. Always ready when your phone isn't. Because in an emergency, seconds matter, and reliability isn't optional. Go to rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for 5% off and free shipping from Michigan. Rapid Radios. Communication redefined.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Thank you indeed. And this day, you have the pleasure of waking up and getting your schedule together. We got plans for you, as I said. Councilmember Heather Hutt is here. She's over the 10th District. Renata SImril is here. She is the executive director of the LA84 Foundation. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. You two are teaming up once again, but I detected a little story that needs to be told during our news, traffic, and sports. So do tell.
Yeah, so we have on Saturday, June 27th, our annual Play Day block party. So this is where we close our streets around our campus at Adams and Western and Gramercy, and we host our community and the city and just friends and families for a full day of play. We've got playstations, food trucks, and the history of Play Day was wanted to create a day where we put a flag in the day to say, this is a day wherever you're doing, stop and play, almost like a Earth Day for play. The social connections that you get, the physical well-being, the mental well-being, seeing friends and family, the laughter, the joy that we get through play, we don't do enough of that. And as part of our work to elevate the importance of play, during our 40th anniversary, which was a couple of years ago, we had a series of events, and one was a big Play Day block party. And the councilwoman partnered with us and helped us close down the streets and, do all these things. And I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 of our favorite fans showed up. And it was such a beautiful day. And so the councilwoman is on the stage and she's celebrating and looks down Gramercy and sees all of Los Angeles celebrating play and says, let's do this every year. We're going to close down this street and close down that street. Now, we were only planning one big block party for our 40th anniversary.
Right.
Now, this is our third big block party.
I gave her more work. That really comes from pandemic in my mind. Yeah. That children were inside for so long.
And grown folks.
That we started seeing more cases of diabetes, prediabetes, we saw more cases of obesity, and I coin it diabesity because it's the combination. So that anything that we can do to encourage people to be safely outside is really one of the things that's important to me. I'm a park person. I'm trying to figure out how to even make more parks in the 10th district. So all that outdoor stuff I think is super important. What we see at Play LA are interactions. We see grandma, she's in a walker and she got the grandchild close by. We see children that are in that tween age that feel like they don't have anything to do, and they're trying to play. There's like mini soccer and badminton and different things that they can do physically. So I'm a proponent of physical activity. You know, I'm a single mom, 3 boys. Only way I kept my house clean is to keep them in the park. So I keep them outside as much as possible.
So you've actually created a park in the streets.
Yes, street
with
park.
Play Day.
I mean, and that's also really, I know you guys are going outside more. You're doing more and more and more stuff that's not best kept secret. That's, front and center. But it's also the instinct, I think, of our council member, Heather Hutt. Let's do more. Let's offer more to the community. I love that. That's dope. That's what we need.
We first talked about it, she's like, wait, what?
I looked at her like, huh? And then I looked over at Fernando and my team, and they're like,
well,
I guess we're going to do it. And it's free, by the way. So it's one of our largest investments of the year. But when we see the intergenerational families, I mean, it is Los Angeles, Southern California in one day on one block. And it's just such a beautiful thing that it is, our gift to elevate the importance of why we play and why connections to our neighbors is so important. So it's fun. We're glad to do it.
Well, thank you for doing it, and thank you for taking up the challenge of the councilwoman. Because here's the thing.
Have you ever known anybody say no to the councilwoman? I'm just checking.
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, maybe the 3 boys. I don't know. That's what our kids do. They say no.
They say no.
but I think to your point about COVID, I really feel like there's a mindset too. We can say, oh, well, we're not in the emergency phase and, everybody's back outside. But people still, first thing they say to me is, can we do it on Zoom? You know what I mean? And we forget, like we were just saying how much we love LA. Well, one of the reasons we love it is because you can go outside. So guess what? It's time to go outside on Saturday.
Yeah, and I think we're trying to shift that mindset and remind people why it's important. And certainly the physical, the mental, the social connections, but I also see play as practice for our civic habits in life.
Yeah.
Right? Is that I say democracy is a team sport, and that the skills that you get through play are also those skills that are important in civic life. And certainly the work that the councilwoman has done to elevate that, you might want to talk about Saturday is Play Day in the city of Los Angeles.
Right. We actually dedicated Saturday as Play Day. And the team came into City Hall. We made a big dedication. They brought Sam the Eagle in, which has been revamped.
We got a new kit coming out on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sam's going to get a little, he's already got a little reveal.
Makeover.
He's got a little reveal, a little makeover on Saturday. Exactly. The glow up. Exactly.
And that's exciting to children. Many council members took pictures with Sam. It's pretty funny. But we did dedicate this to Play Day LA. And, everything we do is so serious that if there's play in the name, maybe people chill out a little bit and have a little fun. And I think we take ourselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
So if we can get out there and do something fun with our kids,
and with our neighbors,
joyful day. It's a joyful day.
I think that that idea, that play is how we learn, is so underrated. We can't just sit in front of a screen and learn everything. We have to have hands-on. I probably had to fall out of the skylight and down the stairs, or because I was running around exploring. Like, you probably had to climb that tree. You probably had to try to figure out how to make that stick fit in that thing, because there's motor skills and stuff and problem solving.
You're talking about building courage. You're talking about building confidence. You're talking about how to handle disappointment. how to win without being obnoxious.
How to lose without being obnoxious.
Right? How to lose without being obnoxious.
Yeah.
How to win with grace.
Yes.
And then knowing that when things don't go your way, you don't just pick up the ball and go home, right? You stay in the game. You got to come back for more. And so for me, play is our first civic classroom. And we need more opportunities to bring our kids and our adults and our families together through play. It's also that place where judgment ceases long enough for understanding to creep in. And when you talk about joy and laughter, right, it's hard to be mad at somebody. It's hard to see the color of somebody's skin when you're just kicking a ball, shooting a basket, and having fun.
Trying the hula hoop.
I haven't mastered that yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
So what else are we supposed to do for Play Day? I mean, we can go to LA84 Foundation Play Day block party, which is what hours?
Oh, that's a good
10
one.
to 7.
10 to 3. 10 to 3.
10 to 3.
Oh,
I think it's 10 to 3.
Yeah,
10
shut
to 3.
down that stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
10 to 3.
The street opens back up.
Right, exactly.
So don't try to drive through there.
Although it is hard to close down once people come together because a party breaks out at the end. We got DJ Puffs is going to be there. Okay. So it's a fun day.
So what's our assignment, Council?
So first of all,
Play Day.
I think you should talk about all the packages. 110 packages that went out.
So we want to make this like the Earth Day for Play. So while we're the headquarters at Adams and Western, Adams and Gramercy, we also put together 110 packages that we've shipped across the country. So there's going to be 120 different locations across the United States that are also celebrating June 27th Play Day wherever they are. So you've got Oklahoma, Philadelphia, Seattle, D.C., and everywhere in between. There's going to be about 12,000 kids that we know of. And then we're encouraging, if you can't make it to, our Play Day, look around on our website, playequityfund.org, and look for a Play Day, that might be in your location. Or if you want to start a Play Day, it's simply, going outside, getting a ball, getting a hula hoop, shooting a basket, and just enjoying June 27th as a moment to say, I'm going to go outside and play.
I feel like that's the antidote for a lot of stuff, whether it's political, personal, or whatever. Just have a more playful attitude about life.
Yes. Right. Yeah. And, that's a stress reliever. We are all under stress, but that's a stress reliever. Get out and play, do some high knees, any of those things. Walk around the block, smile at your neighbor.
Smile at your neighbor.
Smile at your neighbor. That's a different thing.
Yeah, try a new sport, even if you suck at it.
Right. Oh, yeah. I totally suck. I have my favorite sport, my game, I should say game, which is swimming pool volleyball.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, I love it. First of all, I'm too short, so I'm 5 foot. The water comes right here on me. And so I have to ride a noodle in order. It's terrible. I suck at serving. I just love the game. I love it. I play it anyway. They hate it when it's my turn to serve. I miss the ball coming over the net. All the things. But it's fun. Brings me joy. My boys play on my team. It's amazing.
I love that for us.
And I love what you're saying about trying new sports. So we've got new sports. You could try squash, archery. We got a kids section with the Bubble Man, and Mattel is one of our partners. Has got some things to give away.
We're getting into all of this. I got a hard stop here for news, traffic, and sports. I don't know if you can stay with us. I know you're on a tight schedule, council member, but we're so glad you're here. News, traffic, and sports, then more.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Vice President J.D. Vance is in the Swiss Alps for talks aimed at securing a peace deal with Iran.
Can we turn over a new leaf? Can we change relations in the Middle East permanently? Or do we go back to doing things the old way, which is not our preference, but is certainly very much something that can happen?
The negotiations come amid conflicting reports over the Strait of Hormuz, with Iran claiming it's closed while the U.S. says shipping traffic is still moving. Columbus, Georgia will see a historic leadership change after City Councilwoman Joanne Kogel conceded the mayoral race. Kogel says she wanted every legal ballot counted before conceding, as Isaiah Hughley prepares to become the city's first black mayor when he takes office in January. And a Chicago man charged with burning a cross in Grant Park has been released from custody. Merlin Liu faces hate crime and arson charges. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Busy night? Stonefire Grill makes dinner easy with the family 4-pack. A complete meal for 4 with chicken, pizza, pasta, salad, and breadsticks. All for just $49. Order today at stonefiregrill.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The tennis world is buzzing again with the news that Serena Williams is going to play in the singles competition at Wimbledon next week. The 44-year-old Compton native accepted the 8th and final wildcard invitation from Wimbledon tournament officials. Serena was already confirmed to play in the doubles competition at Wimbledon with her sister Venus. Serena's return to singles competition adds more excitement to her comeback and will certainly raise the hype at Wimbledon, the scene of many of Serena's triumphs. Serena won 7 of her 23 Grand Slam singles titles at Wimbledon and 6 of her 14 doubles titles with Venus on the same court. Serena's 23 Grand Slam singles titles is one shy of the all-time record held by Margaret Court. As a wildcard entry, Serena will likely face one of the top seeds in the tournament in her first-round singles matchup. Wimbledon kicks off June 29th. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The BLM Center for Black Power is a hub for Black activism in the city of Los Angeles, a standalone nonprofit affiliated with Black Lives Matter LA. The venue is home to live events, meetings, and organizing drives for Black-led community-based organizations. It is also the base of operations for Black Lives Matter LA. Built on what used to be a nuisance property owned by an arms dealer, the BLM Center for Black Power is in the heart of Leimert Park and has opened its doors to everything from youth organizers to toy drives to film screenings and community town hall meetings. To make a donation or make a request, please visit blmla.org. That's blmla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Don't be anxious or confused about AI. Take control of your career when you get the skills to tackle real business problems and design specialized solutions. HR Dive reported that entry-level talent with applied AI credentials can receive up to a 25% salary boost. But where do you find training that you can trust? Future-proof your career and deliver more value with Humans Lead the Way AI. Their hybrid learning courses use practical definitions, real-world examples, and strategic insights to help you and your team understand AI with confidence. No magic, no hacks, no shortcuts. Just practical knowledge that helps you use AI more successfully. Don't wait. AI can never replace people who know how to use it well. Register for courses today at humansleadtheway.com. That's humansleadtheway.com.
Let's do this. We're heading into one of the most important election seasons in a generation. And with so much on the line, your health care, your economy, your neighborhood, you deserve more than sound bites. You deserve the full story. KBLA Talk 1580 is your trusted voice for political coverage, commentary, and conversation. From local races to national headlines, we bring you the insight and perspective you need to make sense of it all and make your voice heard. Between now and November, a lot will happen. A lot will change. But one thing won't. KBLA Talk 1580 will be right here, keeping you informed, keeping you engaged, and keeping it real. KBLA Talk 1580, the place for politics.
We're not for everybody, but we're for everybody. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
Talking about Play Day, it's now the National Day of Play, not just LA Day of Play. As LA84 Foundation executive director is here with me, Renata SImril, and I appreciate you coming on your birthday. I didn't know if you wanted your birthday on blast. But,
I know I didn't, but
some members said it.
She has a tendency of doing that. We love it, though.
It's a celebratory spirit.
It is.
Thank you for joining us on your Big B Day, your solar return. Much love there.
Thank you.
To you, and for throwing a party for the whole community for your birthday, which is not officially so, but still it's the 27th, Saturday, all day, well, 10 to 3.
10 to 3.
And people may linger a little beyond 3, but officially it's over at 3.
Officially it's over at 3. And if they want to register, LA84.org to register for Playday.
LA84.org. I was just on there. I saw the big register, clicked on it. Didn't have time to finish registering before we started talking. But you said something that I found really interesting, which is it's about how we feel. It's like you want everyone to have a taste, a literal taste of why play, why sport, why, getting outside and moving something is important, and it's not just frivolous. I mean, we always hear about it like it's and if we have enough money, we'll do sports. Oh, if we have enough leftover something, we'll do arts. And to me, it should be just the opposite.
Yeah, we are human beings that are made for people-to-people connection. And, it's hard to believe that our young people are facing a mental health crisis, an isolation epidemic, and a physical inactivity crisis at the same time. They're spending an average of 7.5 hours on devices. 7.5 hours. And so they're missing out on the in real life people-to-people connections, the joy and belonging that you get from the playground, the pitch, the court, the pool, those places where, young people are trying new things, being creative, imagining what's possible, the competition and the connections that, Playday makes that real, right? Get outside and make time to just try squash for the first time, try archery for the first time.
And you were saying you guys have all these new sports that people might not have tried that they can try on Playday.
They can try them on Playday. I think we have the hoop bus. We've got hula hoop. I mentioned the bubble man. You can actually immerse yourself in a whole bubble and, think about the science behind, how a bubble forms. And so, it's just, our expression to close the streets down, thanks to our wonderful councilwoman, Heather Hutt, and, 3,000 plus people coming together in joy. And as she said earlier, it's people from all walks of life, intergenerational. We see 3 generations, families, grandparents, and the grandkids, all just celebrating the joy of play. It's a beautiful thing.
And we need it. I mean, we really, really, really do. I wanted to say thank you because of the work of LA84, I realized, I kind of knew it in my mind, but it solidified this idea that sports or play, as you call it, it helps us with so many other things, the decision-making process, resilience, how to deal with other people even when they're on your nerves. And so my child might not thank you, but I thank you because I forced him to play as a pick a sport, any sport. You got to play at least 4 years. And, once you get to high school, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. But I need you to, all through middle school, you got to play a sport. He chose basketball and is not playing anymore. But I think the life lessons were so important.
Yeah, that is the motto of the LA84 Foundation, life ready through sports.
Yes.
We like to say that our job is not to develop Olympic or Paralympic athletes. We've done that too.
Yes.
There's a few that have come through programs we've run to go on to some greatness. But it's really about the next Renata SImril. How could you lead the legacy organization of an Olympic Games? Certainly for me, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for sports. Let's just say the headwinds of poverty, kind of slowed my family down often. And my grandmother realized that I'd follow my brother anywhere, even when his path took a turn toward a much darker route. Gangs and it's just sort of the negative things in life. And it was basketball that really was my passport to connection, to routine, away from the stresses of life. It helped me develop my confidence and my courage. And really a pathway to this incredible career of leadership and service. And that is foundational that you get through play. And we say play because it's sports is one expression of play.
Right.
We want kids to realize that, it's not sports in terms of the competitive nature of sports, but it's just about participation.
Right. Or being somehow, intimidated away from it, which some people are.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a big sister that ran, so I ran. She's jogging, I'm going to jog. And it is true because looking back, it gives you that understanding. I can overcome this even if it feels hard.
That's right.
I can keep going even when I think I can't.
That's it.
And it certainly, gave me a kind of Resilience.
I was going to say
toughness,
resilience
maybe.
and grit. And Lord knows our kids need a little bit more resilience and grit.
Toughness, yeah.
And that's an important thing, because life is not easy, and you've got to have that grit and that resilience that you get through sports and play to be able to deal with life. So it's important, and I'm so grateful to KBLA for lifting up the work and celebrating Play Day with us. It's really important.
Well, we're really grateful for the work that you do. Play Day for sure, but everything, all the time. People don't know there have been entire USD sports programs that were ready to shut down, and LA84 stepped in and saved them. There are facilities that you probably go to that have been renovated by the dollars of the LA84 Foundation. You probably don't know why the neighborhood pool is so nice, or why the velodrome is so dope, or whatever. And a lot of that is attributable to your work. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. And our work is not done, and we need the support of your listeners and beyond. Going back to the Play Equity Fund, I founded that organization because our investment dollars on the LA84 Foundation side are not enough. We're funding direct service, the organizations that are helping kids play today. But as I looked at the data and the research of the number of kids who aren't playing and who don't have access, the systems aren't designed to prioritize play. I mean, you talked about how play is about learning. Until just recently, recess wasn't mandated in schools, and it was Senator Josh Newman in a bill that we helped support that mandated a certain amount of minutes for recess, and it can't be taken away from punishment. Schools, not all schools provide PE. It's an unfunded mandate, which means it's required by the state. But it's only
they don't pay for it.
But they don't pay for it, and it's only required maybe 1 to 2 days a week. So our work on the Play Equity Fund side says if play is a value and it's a public good, then why isn't the public supporting it? And so in addition to raising money and forming our coalition on the Play Equity Fund side, we actually helped to drive system change. And last year we co-authored a bill, AB 749, the Youth Sports for All Act, a study bill to study the creation of a youth sports department or commission in the state of California. We are one of the few industrialized countries that don't have a youth sports commission. The youth sports industry is the Wild Wild West.
And I mean, if you look at our health and well-being numbers, it shows, right?
It does.
We are also probably the most out-of-shape nation in the world. I haven't seen the data, but I'm guessing.
Well, the other thing is, you know more about your barber, your auto mechanic, and your dentist than you do about your youth coach. And so this bill, which the governor signed last year, would actually study and come back to the legislature on a recommendation on how do we consolidate, how do we drive resources into grassroots community-based organizations. And so we're right now in the budget process, and we'd love all of your listeners to go on to playequityfund.org website, and we've got to join our movement, send a note to the governor, and so if we can ask your listeners to help us get this bill funded, that's going to go a long way to help us, continue talking about the value of sports and the role that the government has in supporting organizations across the state, helping kids become healthy, become connected through sports and play.
Right, because, it's just like the muscle memory, the mental acuity, and all these things that you get, you keep them for life. Even if you get out of shape or you get uptight and you stop playing, you still have this foundation, and that's what we benefit from.
It's the practice. It's not the trophies and it's not the games, but it's the practice that makes the difference, right? You're practicing, if I want to make a free throw, I got to practice that free throw.
Right.
If I want to be a good human being, I have to practice seeing someone else. I have to practice, sharing the ball. I have to practice disappointment. I have to practice winning again and not being obnoxious. So it's the practice and the consistency of giving kids those opportunities to practice being good athletes, but also practice being good human beings. That still matters.
Yep. Good human beings, problem solvers, and knowing that when you're feeling really terrible, you can always turn to play or sport as a way out. So just to be clear, you've got the Play Equity Fund, which is able to advocate for policy like what we were talking about right now, which seems like if
a no-brainer.
It should seem like a no-brainer, and if any place would have it, it would be California, right?
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, and then on the foundation side, it's the nonprofit side of supporting these youth programs that are existing, and in whatever ways are possible, but also the library, play day, and so many different things that are within the portfolio of the LA84 Foundation. So these are like two wings of one bird.
Oh, I like that. I like to say that we're the flip side of the same coin.
Okay.
So on the foundation side, as you said, we're supporting kids today through our investments, through our research, through our library, through our events, convenings that we do. And the Play Equity Fund is actually asking the question of why kids are in the river in the first place, that proverbial river of despair. And then we're driving those long-term system change to actually create policy that hopefully one day the foundation doesn't need to exist because the public sees the value of PE, of recess.
Spoken like a true activist. We want to work ourselves out of a job, please and thank you.
Or a public-private partnership, right? Where the government, our policymakers see their role in helping kids be healthy through play and movement. And I love it, Dominique, you hit it on the head, is play is not extra. Recess is not extra. Physical education is not extra. It's actually how kids learn, their motor skills. You know, my son was diagnosed in 4th grade with ADHD and executive functioning issues. And he went through a whole battery of tests with psychoeducational therapists. And when we finally got his diagnosis, one of the first things they put as a medicine, quote unquote, is play. Put him on a team. Let him go outside and play. Because the synapses between your brain, right, is that connections between the neurons in that repetitive behavior actually helps your brain connects in a way that makes him ready to learn. And this young man just graduated from high school with a 3.9 GPA.
Yay, congratulations.
And is on his way to Long Beach State to study business marketing and has a summer internship at Gensler.
Love it, it. Yeah, that's so awesome. But it's really true. I mean, I went to school for the theater,
but the
and my friends, but also that, you know, this epidemic that we're seeing now with young black men, particularly suiciding, and the epidemics of anxiety and depression, which some Gen Xers and boomers like to act like it's just because they're soft. But I feel like our children are dealing with things that we don't even necessarily understand, the pressures and the mass exposure to things that they're not ready emotionally to handle online are creating issues that it's easy for us to laugh it off or, you know, kind of dismiss them. But what are the things that help? And we know that play and sports are things that help.
Look, there is something wrong with our society. When we're tracking suicide rates for young men of color in particular at the age of 10, there's something wrong with our society. My son coming through, and you mentioned it, COVID, you know, being online, and he happened to be at that formative age, right, entering middle school. And then you had the, let's not forget the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, you know, the situation where black men were under assault. And then you had these global protests that, you know, then now you have a situation where we're being erased. The question of, do you actually belong and are you being valued in society of being a person of color? You can't get it in your history books. I mean, Juneteenth was such a great celebration, but my son was struggling with his identity as a black man, as a creative, right? He skateboards and plays sports, but he's a creative. His hair is, you know, dreadlocks. I don't know what his hair is going to be like every couple of months. He dresses in this, you know, creative way, and it's society is saying, you know, you don't belong here as a black man, and that causes, you know, them to question themselves and to question whether or not they actually deserve to be here. And sports is not the end-all and be-all, don't get me wrong, but it is an antidote to bring kids together, that positive coach-mentor who's going to look out for the shy, the awkward, the different kid and say, you belong, and are you coming back tomorrow? It's that place to fail without judgment and to have a team that picks you up and says that I see you, you belong here, and we're going to help get through this together. That's what sport meant to my son, and it means to so many other young kids, not just in Los Angeles, but across this country. And that's why the work of our foundation, our charitable arm, and so many organizations, not just here in Southern California, but across the country that we work with, that's why the work that they do is so important, and that's why we want to celebrate it during Play Day.
Yeah, it's really well said. It reminds me of the fact that we finally, and I hope we're able to maintain it, in California have it in our schools where all the kids get lunch. You don't just have to be low income. You don't have to admit that your family doesn't have any money. Everyone gets lunch. Now, everyone should get play, because those are the things that allow us to be physically present, which you have to be able to do to learn anything.
You put that in the universe. It's in the universe now. Amen.
Amen, indeed. On your birthday, no less. Renata SImril.
That's my birthday this present. I want play to be in all of our public schools throughout the state of California.
Okay, it can be my birthday present, too, even though mine passed. But she is the executive director of the LA84 Foundation and the founder of the Play Equity Fund. We'll continue the conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
In a world full of noise, one station keeps it real. KBLA Talk 1580, where the conversation goes deeper, the voices sound like yours, and the issues that matter most to our community take center stage. Progressive, powerful, unapologetically us. Whether you're driving through the city or tuning in from your home or office, join the public square. KBLA Talk 1580, your home for talk that enlightens, encourages, and empowers. Listen live on our free KBLA 1580 app, on our website at KBLA1580.com, or on your radio dial at 1580 AM.
Unapologetically progressive.
If you're an African American mom who is pregnant or have a baby under 6 months old, you deserve care that lifts, listens, and lasts. Black Infant Health is for you. It's a free program with individual support, group sessions, and resources to start your mothering journey. BIH makes space for moms and their families to create community. Learn more about the programs in Los Angeles County. Check us out at blackinfanthealth.org.
When you turn to the Employment Development Department, we'll help you get there. Whether it's support for you and your family while you find a new job, or the resources to focus on your recovery after illness or injury, we can help you move forward. From support while you bond with your newborn, to helping serve your family while your partner serves our country. Your EDD. We'll help you get there. For more information, visit edd.ca.gov.
Gas prices got you down. LADWP customers get a rebate of up to $4,000 when you buy a used electric or plug-in hybrid vehicle. Installing an EV charger at your home? Get a rebate for that too, up to $1,500. Visit ladwp.com/EV today and start saving. That's ladwp.com/EV.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DePrima on First Things First.
Renata SImril is here. She's the executive director of the LA84 Foundation, and she's the founder of the Play Equity Fund, two sides of the same important work.
Mm-hmm.
And the main message is y'all got to be there.
Saturday, June 27th, 10 to 3. LA84.org, Play Day, register for free.
So you're actually being invited to come out and play.
Yes.
It's really what you're being invited to do.
It's a play date.
Yeah, a big one.
It's a big play date.
Yeah. Okay, so register at LA84.org. And if you want to find out more about the advocacy side, go to the Play Equity
Fund.org, exactly.
If you want to make me and Renata's birthday wish come true, to have, play for all in the state of California.
That's it. That's an easy gift. You don't have to wrap it.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, and this could be one of those cases where California really leads the way for the nation, as we've done with other important issues.
Yeah, and I sit on this Governor's Council for Physical Fitness and Mental Well-Being that the governor started, and the first partner and Ronnie Lott are the co-chairs, and that's the work that we've been doing.
49ers.
Yeah,
sorry,
under their leadership.
I'm from the Bay. That's when my Bay Area comes out.
But yeah, he is such a great person.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott. Yeah,
and just the time that he takes to invest in the next generation and the thought partnership and the connections with the work that we've been doing. It's just been just an absolute treat getting to know him. I'm a LA fan of True and True, but I like a Ronnie Lott.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. I was gonna start to talk about teams.
I can't say nothing because I love my Bay Area, but I've been adopted by LA.
Yeah.
So what do you have there? I'm being
We
nosy.
have some gifts. So we've got an LA84 Foundation pin. An old school Sam the Eagle stickers. You can put that on your sticker next to your butterfly.
Okay,
and then
thank you
we
so
did
much.
again, which is cool, a collab for Play Day with the undefeated in the Five Strikes. So we want people to come. I think we'll have some of these to give away, but Play Day. Bring a Play Day shirt.
So cute. Thank you so
Play
much.
Day throughout the year.
And it's actually not huge and boxy. Yay.
I'm a big believer in our merch. We're actually developing a merch line, and so soon we'll have on our website an opportunity where you can go make a donation to the Play Equity Fund, and you get a cool shirt. We have a drop. We're doing another collab with Ball is Life to say Play is Life, and we're going to give, I think, a couple hundred of those away for the first guests who show up for Play Day.
Nice. That's this coming Saturday. Thank you so much for starting off our week with Play and for all the work that you're doing with Play Equity Fund and the LA84 Foundation. I hope the rest of your birthday is stellar, Renata SImril.
Well, thank you, and happy birthday to KBLA, and thank you guys and Tavis for, just being a voice for our community and for the resilience, sticking with it and celebrating these opportunities with your listeners. It's vitally important, and we are grateful and appreciate you guys.
Much appreciated. Tavis Smiley is next. You know how he does on Monday. That means the Stack Show is going to be action-packed. You do not want to miss it. If you want to find me, I'm at DiPrima Radio, DiPrima, and then radio. All of my podcasts are available there as well as on YouTube. Like my mama, the late poet laureate of San Francisco, Diane DiPrima, used to say, the ultimate famine is the starvation of the imagination. Until tomorrow, one love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Vice President J.D. Vance is in the Swiss Alps for talks aimed at securing a peace deal with Iran.
Can we turn over a new leaf? Can we change relations in the Middle East permanently? Or do we go back to doing things the old way, which is not our preference, but is certainly very much something that can happen?
The negotiations come amid conflicting reports over the Strait of Hormuz, with Iran claiming it's closed while the U.S. says shipping traffic is still moving. Columbus, Georgia will see a historic leadership change after City Councilwoman Joanne Kogel conceded the mayoral race. Kogel says she wanted every legal ballot counted before conceding, as Isaiah Hughley prepares to become the city's first black mayor when he takes office in January. And a Chicago man charged with burning a cross in Grant Park has been released from custody. Merlin Liu faces hate crime and arson charges. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Busy night? Stonefire Grill makes dinner easy with the family 4-pack. A complete meal for 4 with chicken, pizza, pasta, salad, and breadsticks. All for just $49. Order today at stonefiregrill.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute.